Alright, best.
I'm gonna
Check it out.
blow it again.
Awesome. Just want to confirm.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah?
Yep, cool.
Awesome.
Ready?
Ready?
Want to double check.
Are you ready? Save. We ready?
I'm checking.
Ready.
Think about what's flash.
What's so much? Oh, I got a salad. A chicken salad. Yeah.
Think about pork and rice though. I'll bet my chest.
From Dumpling Place.
No, just a couple of doors down. It's a nice place.
Oh, with the ducks in the window?
Yeah.
Ah.
Live on YouTube, not live on Instagram.
Hello YouTube. Good morning.
Oh, so yeah, I feel like
Yeah, you
last
have to
time-
do something.
Yes, yeah, go live.
Thank you.
I was going to say, last time we did
Perfect. You're all good.
we live. Hey guys!
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to our live this week. So a little bit different. Hold on, let me try and get in the frame. A little bit different to what I normally do with the ring sets. Today we're here with Christian. You guys know Christian.
Hey guys, how you going? Happy Thursday.
And today we are going to be setting an engagement ring.
Awesome.
And you guys can watch and ask us questions while Christian does this. Okay, so let's get straight into it. What are we setting
We
today?
have a platinum Alina today. So that's our emerald cut. I will get it ready and put it in the set in
Yep.
the clamp, and that'll be easy to see.
Yep.
But it's I think it's a 2 carat emerald. Let me check.
Carat emeralds.
No, 2.82. So an almost 3 carat emerald. EVS2.
2.82.
So we're looking at some really clear, really nice looking
Is
emerald.
this low set or high set? Oh, it's a high,
High
set
set.
Alina as well, because we do both.
Yes, yes we do. You know, I think
So-
it's a nice minimal high set.
Mm-hmm.
It's very highlights the color of the platinum and the stone. No hidden halo.
Yeah.
Does have full support bar though. Wrapping around. Okay. You can all see that.
Oh, someone said, hello, love your insightful videos. You guys are amazing. Thanks,
Oh, hi, guys.
Erica. That's so sweet.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Hello, guys.
Alright. I will start.
Oh, yeah, you start. And then I'm just going to start with the questions in the
Perfect.
comments. Okay.
No problem.
So someone asked, can rings like Bianca and Kiara be customized to be curved like the Ashton? Or can it only be plain bands? No, so we can do Bianca and Kiara. So I'll try and find a photo because we've done a curved Odette in the past, which is very similar to the Kiara. But yes, the answer is we can absolutely make those bands curved if you would like to. And yeah, we can customize the curves so they sit completely flush up against your engagement ring because sometimes depending on the stone size of your ring can influence how much of a curve you need. All right, cool.
Very true, that is.
Oh, very nice work. Love what you do from Belgium.
Whoa.
Belgium.
Hello, Belgium. I
Hello,
think
Belgium.
it's good evening, Belgium, I think.
Oh, is it nighttime in Belgium?
It's night time in Belgium, I think.
Nighttime in Belgium. All right.
Happy to be wrong.
Okay, let's get into some more questions. Okay, well, do you want to explain what you're first doing? So, are you burring the metal? Is that correct?
Yep. So open up the claws, have a look, see how the stone fits in the setting. And because an emerald cut, they've got a nice deep facets at the bottom. You can't really see there, but I can show you in the setting. It's really deep. So, it just means that I want to make sure it's sitting proportionate to, above and below that support bar, and that, it can sit as low.
I just zoomed in the camera.
Yeah, nice. I want it to sit as low as possible so that it just looks a lot nicer. It looks more wholesome, I would say. Wholesome may not be the right word, but so yeah, we'll just have a look now. I'm just getting some bit of a bearing, and then start to cut out a little seat and then slowly take metal away as we go to get that seat in the right spot. Which is nice. I actually set one of these yesterday as well. I haven't seen one of these in a few weeks, and then I've had two back to back.
Back to back.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon and this morning, which is quite fun.
Yeah, because you guys have been saying that the emeralds and radiants have been quite popular recently.
Yeah, a lot of emerald, a lot of radiant, and a lot of oval.
Ovals.
Which I don't think you can really go wrong with either. But I'm gonna say, I think I said this last time. Our quiet achiever is our elongated cushion.
Oh yes.
Very quiet achiever, but is fastly. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's quickly coming up the.
Growing in popularity.
Yeah. Couldn't get the words out. I was too busy thinking about them.
All right, so we've got a question here. Can we put diamonds into the prongs, like Parb prongs? I think that's what Jade is asking.
Yes, I know there's some designs where we do and you can. Then you have to be mindful that your claws they are thicker, so you have to account for the size of the stone and the metal on the sides to facilitate getting the claws over. So I think there are some designs where we can, some are a little bit more complicated. It's a bit more conversation needs to be had. But yeah, we can. I think it's definitely something we can talk about to then facilitate making sure that it looks really nice as well. You don't want to do it and have this really thick setting and all these like
clunky claws. Yeah,
you don't want to get too clunky either.
Yeah. Because basically when you set the little Parb stones, you're drilling little holes into the metal to set them. So that weakens the metal because obviously you're removing it. So they need to be a bit thicker to allow for those stones to be set into it. So you have to really kind of find this nice balance of thicker claws so it's durable and then also not being aesthetically too bulky. Yeah,
absolutely. And you want structure too. I mean, you don't want them to be little. You don't want it to be like flimsy either. Yeah. It's just it's a whole thing that can be done. But on this specific design, it's just always a question that has to be asked.
Yeah. All right. Someone asked about wedding bands for the Delta ring. I can put that on the stories tomorrow.
Perfect.
Okay. What's next?
What is next?
Are we setting the stone high or low? We're setting it high. This is a high setting.
Yes. I will just say, I did say I was going to set it low. It is a high setting, but I still want to keep the stone as low into the high setting as possible because, just again, make sure it's all proportionate and you don't look at it and think it looks like it's just floating in the sky. Yeah,
because you don't want that gap underneath. If you look at the ring from the side profile, you don't want that like awkward gap beneath the stone.
Yeah, in here. Yeah, nice.
All right. Okay, so we've got a question about the Mia band. So the Mia ring, the Parb goes around 2/3 of the way, and that's regardless of the ring size, it'll be adjusted to be 2/3 of the way around the band, always. Do you know someone called Julian Bellier?
Do I? Yes. That is this younger version of me.
Oh, is that your brother?
Sure is.
You said killing it, bro.
Glad to have the support. Thanks, guys.
Oh, Mary said, your page gives so much information. I love it. Better than others. No shade. Can't wait for you to come to the States. We're so excited to come to the States too.
Yes.
End of the year. We're very excited.
Yes, we're pushing to maybe come send this live video to the States. I don't know. Maybe we can film in the States. I can only ask the question, guys.
All right. Have you ever had any custom designs that were challenging to set?
I think they get really challenging when we don't have a support bar and we don't have a gallery rail or something like that. They become a little bit more challenging just because you have to think a little bit differently. You've got to think that when you're pushing down, you just got to think technically. You got to sideways yourself a little bit, and that's why we use things like the thermo lock, or if I'm pushing this way, I'm going to push something. Where's my hands? If I'm pushing something this way, I'm going to have something else pushing back against it, just so that we're not going to. The claws are not going to fly out one way or another. It's challenging, definitely not impossible, but you just have different considerations.
Very tailored.
Yeah,
I just
elongated.
realised my phone was still recording. I was vlogging.
Nice.
10-minute video.
And I think I said this last time, elongated hexagons, like anything with points, the more points you have, the more technical it gets. But sometimes, it's a lot of fun to have those really complicated ones because you have to think a little bit differently and kind of keeps you on your toes so that you don't get too comfortable that you think you're better than what you are.
Okay, next one. For rings with halos, is the halo set first before the centre stone?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's dead on the money, that one. It's easier to set the halo first. Because if I have this, even like now, if I have this centre stone in place and I'm trying to push in this way and my stone's already there, you just risk, you don't want to slip, you don't want to, if you drill too far, all these things, it's really hard to fix it once you've got that centre stone in place. And it's just, you can't get your hands in other spots to clean it up at the end either.
Yeah.
So the common rule of thumb is you set all your smalls and then your centre, but of course there's always going to be an outlier here and there, but majority of the time that's the best way to do it. Yeah.
All the little halo stones have their own little claws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. You just want to make sure. We just want to make sure they have enough claw too. So if you haven't got the access to them because you've got another stone, you've got the centre stone in the way, that's not great either.
How long does the polishing process take? That's probably a better question for Nilesh downstairs.
Definitely. Polishing is, it's not a simple process either. It's actually quite technical. It's not just bang, 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 and it's all shiny. It's a lot of preparation work. So it's a team effort. So once we're finished here, all those different silicone wheels and polishing a little bit here, and all these different little consumable things that we use is all important so that when we get downstairs to the big mops, we've prepared the ring and it can get a great finish in the least amount of time. So, but even then, each ring can take 10, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes once you work it through the process, and you're inspecting at each different stage just to make sure everything is presenting as you want it to. So just in case you've missed something or there's maybe a little mark or something, we get back, we fix it before we keep going. So if you keep going, get to the end and notice it, you're gonna go all the way back to the start.
Okay. How do I figure out what stones and shapes look the best on my hand with an online brand? This is a good question. So I guess, overall it is always best to try on rings if you can, even if it is just at like a local jeweler, just to try the shapes on. But otherwise, if you're doing it completely at home, probably the closest thing to actually trying something on would actually be to cut out little shapes of each stone. And if you look up on our website, let's say you're looking at a 2-carat stone, we actually give the stone dimensions as well, so you can measure the stone dimensions on a little piece of paper or something, print that out, and then so it's an accurate size and shape, and then hopefully it gives you a rough idea of what shape and size you like best on your hand. But if it is possible, it's always going to be best to actually physically try something on. But I understand that a lot of people can't actually get to one of our showrooms. Sometimes people just go to a local jeweler to try different shapes on, and then they'll order online with us.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Cut out some shapes.
Yeah.
Really
I actually saw someone on TikTok It was one of our clients who she was doing this for the ratio of the stone, which is also super handy.
Yes.
So she was actually putting it. This is brilliant. I saw the video. I was like, you are brilliant. She in Excel, I guess you can put the dimensions of the stone, and it will automatically like generate the shape.
Oh.
If you want like an oval, you can put in the dimensions you want it to be, and it will spit out the actual exact shape.
Nice.
So it's
This
completely
is
accurate.
a non-sponsored Microsoft ad either, right? This is just free advice.
And yeah, because she just cut it out, and then she could see even more so the ratio of the stone, so the length to width and how wide or slim the stone was, because that's kind of a personal preference sort of thing when it comes to ratio.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very great idea. Really glad they shared that too.
I know. Yeah.
Really, yeah, definitely.
Actually, I think I reposted her video. So if you want to actually see her video, you can look on our TikTok and go to our reposted videos tab. Or like I reshared it.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, in your last slide you talked about yellow gold versus platinum. But what about rose gold? How does it hold up in relation?
To me.
Yeah. Oh, like yeah. So comparing rose gold to platinum and yellow gold. In terms of durability.
Yeah, look, rose gold's great, definitely. Yeah, rose gold is really good. The colour is really nice because you get that nice pink colour, which you can definitely distinguish.
Mm-hmm. It's the addition of copper which gives it that rosy blush colour.
Yes, yeah. There's a little bit of extra copper and less of other trace metals and stuff. That's technical stuff. But in terms of durability, it is, I would say it's a little bit, it's got more of tensile strength from the copper. So what, like, in terms of durability, it's a little bit harder as a metal as opposed to yellow gold. Maybe not as hard as platinum, but as a whole, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little bit harder to work with on our end. You have to, it's closer to working with platinum as opposed to yellow gold, but in terms of wearability and stuff, it's great. No different to, it's like a nice, it's a mix between yellow and platinum. They both wear really well. It's more just a preference, I would say.
Yeah. And the colour doesn't fade, because that's another question that comes up quite often when comparing to something like white gold, which you have to get rhodium plated to keep that really bright white appearance, whereas rose gold doesn't do that. So it doesn't need any upkeep to keep its colour, like we said, because it's an alloy of gold, which is yellow, as well as that copper, which adds in that blush colour. The actual metal itself is that colour.
Yeah, we might do a video about that. Maybe we can cut the ring open and just show you both, like, through the inside. Yeah. That, you know, it's like pink the whole way through.
Pink the whole way through, yeah.
That'd
be cool.
Put that on the list.
Okay, so you spoke about polishing before, but how long does it take to make a ring from start to finish, out of curiosity? Like, it depends.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna. I said
Ian can do it in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Look, it's almost like asking how long's a piece of string in a way. It depends on if it's a custom design, or is it you know, have you chose Alina, have you chose Emma or Bethany or something like that, have you chose a set design, and then from there it goes through like the CAD process, because it still needs to be fitted to your ring size, to the stone size, shape, dimension. You know, have you adjusted it? Have you got a hidden halo when there wasn't normally one on a stock size? You know, all of those kind of things. In terms of working, you know, physically, once the casting comes in and cleaning up, you know, maybe it's a few hours to clean the casting and do that, and then, you know, polish, get that ready to go, make sure we're happy with it, and then set it can be, depends who sets it, anywhere from 15 to 45, maybe an hour, you know, if it's a trilogy or it's got hidden halo and a cathedral parve set shoulders, all those kind of things just take a bit of time. But as a whole, physically it's hours, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours once it's physical, but there's a lot of, you've got to remember, there's also a lot of background work in the CAD design. So the showroom team do a great job, and the production team back and forth getting that stuff done
ready
as well.
to go.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Lila said that she's interested in working with us. So you can find our careers page on the website in the footer. So if you scroll all the way down, there's a green section, which is the footer of our website. There's a little tab that says careers at Cullen. And yeah, you can see what jobs we have available at the moment. Okay, this is a good question for you.
I like it.
What are you doing with that little gold rod when you push down the diamond? Like, what are you
yes.
doing?
So this little thing,
Yeah.
where are we? This little thing,
Yeah.
I'll put over here.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of brass, it's the brass like
Yeah.
pusher. So what I do is that's what I use to push the claws over, because really it's a brass, soft enough that I'm not going to do any damage. But I use it to push down on the stone so I can see when my claws come over and I'm pushing down on them, how's it going to sit? So am I cuts that I've put in, are they even? Are they straight? Is the stone straight, or maybe I need to cut a little bit more on one side, just to help give a bit of a guide, because it is straight as well, so you can kind of run some parallel lines. Because if I just drop the stone in like now, you don't, kind of just sits there and wobbles around a little bit, and you can't really. So this just helps, keep it flat. Look down the microscope, look at it flat this way, look at it that way. Yep, okay, no problem. You can keep going. Not a like, I don't know. It's just a random tool, that one of those random ones you just make and get really attached to.
You make it?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's just a random. Yeah.
Is that like a doorknob?
No, this is a little engraving mushroom handle, so you get like different types. So like, where are we? This one is like a screw one. This one's pushed in. You get different. This one's an even smaller one.
Oh.
You just get different types. You use them for kind of just whatever you can, whatever. But like anything you need, you can get like this is a rubber one as opposed to a wooden one. You make it's good to make your own tools, because sometimes you can't buy what you need.
Yeah.
You kind of got to think about, what do I need? I need this one little thing. Okay, I'm just going to make it. Or I can cut this, cut that, bend something. Go, okay, great, that'll work. And something that you didn't, is really inexpensive. It gets used every day, all day, every day. We all have one, and they all look different. Like mine's got a little crisscross. I think you can see it on the top there. It's got a little crisscross, so the claws sit. When I'm pushing over, they sit in the groove. Some people prefer theirs to be flat. Some people prefer a curve the other way. It's all just personal preference.
Fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What are your chances of getting a ring order earlier than expected than of the delivery date? Unfortunately, we can't guarantee anything. It's we kind of really stick to our production, date processes, or like, I don't know what you would call it.
Our aim is always to try and get them out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
If I could show you, all the jobs that we're trying to push out as many jobs as we can. Every day, and if we can get them to you earlier, we would love to, and we want to, and we will. But there's no promises. We have to try and follow the schedule that. We can only be here so many hours a day, unless they want us to move in. But unfortunately, it's just a tough one like that.
Yeah, and we do offer expediting for when you place the order. If you do need it longer or quicker than our usual 8 to 10 week timeline, you can opt for expediting, and it's a lot quicker.
Yeah, a lot quicker. There's a fee, but it's a lot quicker. You can, I think you can get it really quick. Yeah. Actually, I can't. Don't ask me the numbers because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But there's options. Definitely options that can be executed.
All right, so what are you doing at the moment? You're filing the claws.
Yeah, so just opening up filing the claws, opening up the flat section on the inside. That's where that section of the claw is what's going to lay on what's called the crown of the stone. So that little where are my hands? This way. So this section at the top. Just want it to be flat because it's a flat surface. So
So like if that's the top of the stone.
Yeah.
Wrong laptop is there. You want the claws to sit completely flush like that.
Yeah. You just want it, so you got the most surface area possible touching the stone.
Yep. And this helps like in terms of practicality or
it's
wearing the ring.
Yeah, it's all for security. So it just means
security.
that when I push down and hammer down on it, it's the most surface area is touching the stone, which means it's just more, it's as safe as it's going to be in the setting.
Yeah.
And there's, something's pushing down and the stone is pushing obviously against it because it's pushing on that support bar. I forget the words.
He forgets the words because it's called a bezel. Well,
it's an under bezel.
Under bezel. They have been taught to call it an under bezel in their jewellery training, but the internet got really mad at us because the US does not call it that, so they were saying that we were wrong.
So now it's a support
bar or gallery rail.
which is fine. I just literally went blank. So it just pushes against and you're just going different place, different.
Yeah, different jewellery terms.
But we're all talking about the same thing.
All but the same thing. Anyway, yes. But with this claw thing, it significantly reduces the risk that the claw will snag on something later because it's completely flush on the surface of the stone.
Yeah, you want something pushing up, something pushing down, and you want the stone to be in between, really sandwiched, which is good. So now just polishing that inside section. It's not overly necessary, because you're obviously not going to see it, but I really just like it to be polished. It's a personal preference.
Yeah.
I think it looks really professional and looks really nice, and it's a nice standard to work to.
Yeah, nice and clean.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, one day, I can't get the angle this way, but I have to show you, got a very elaborate setup of little bits and pieces that is just here below the camera field of view, of like different mops and different polishing compounds and different stuff, all to,
I like these ones. These are my little favourite ones.
Yeah, it's like a really hairy...
It's like a little hairy thing.
Yeah, some days you almost get scared it's going to grow legs and run away.
Alright. Okay, what's your favourite ring this week?
Ooh, this week. Actually...
My favourite changes every single week.
Mine, I've had this one for a few weeks. So I know it's not this week, but it's a few weeks. But I am a little bit... I keep looking at the video of it and I'm really enjoying it. Is Charmaine. So like I said, our quite achiever, that elongated cushion. But it has to be that blue. Yeah, that blue lab. That was like... That is possibly one of my favourite rings I've ever set here in the last... time, like the whole time I've been here. That is well and truly on top.
Same, that's one of my favourites.
I have seen some very big 6-7 carat radiance that I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Amazing.
But I didn't think it could get dethroned, but it's definitely this lab.
Dethroned. The blue lab.
Charmaine is like...
Yes, that was my favourite last week.
I wouldn't be upset if we saw more coloured diamonds, guys.
Yeah.
Just
especially
saying.
The blue of that particular ring was just insane. It was almost like a topaz blue, if you know what a topaz.
Yeah,
that
it's like
really
this.
Light topaz blue.
It was crazy. I was like, I don't know what it's going to do when it gets in the ring. Is it still going to look? And it actually got better. It got brighter. Once it got in
up
the ring,
against
the
colourless side stones, just really made it pop. I feel like that's really, if you're going a coloured stone in a trilogy, having colourless stones surrounding it, I feel like the contrast between the two just makes a colour pop so much more. It's more just like an illusion to the eye, where it just makes it look so pretty.
Yeah, you want it to stand out, you don't want it to blend in.
But with saying that as well, we've made some really nice solitaires with coloured stones as well, with no stones.
Yeah, absolutely. Just colour, guys. Yeah. Coloured stones. Yeah. I'm going to try and set this trend. Coloured stones.
There's also on Instagram, everyone has been loving, there's this oval solitaire, I think it's the Emma, that I've posted a couple times, and it's got that really pretty seafoam green moissanite in the middle. Oh, yes. And it's... Yes. Like, if you go on our Instagram page and just scroll a little, you'll see it pretty quickly. It's this really nice seafoam green moissanite oval solitaire. That was also really pretty.
Yeah, guys, colour. Colour is like, I know it's,
Really fun.
well, it depends on what part of the world you're in. We're in winter at the moment.
Yeah.
But everyone watching, once we get to spring, which is engagement season, it's colour. Colour for spring carnival. Alright, I've just coined it. I'm just letting you all know.
First colour.
When it happens, I'll be like, thanks guys, thank you.
Do you have a favourite colour stone?
Yeah, it's that blue lab diamond.
Oh. Do you have the pink diamonds? I really like the yellows as well.
Yeah, yellow's an underachiever.
Yeah.
Like, big underachiever.
Yeah.
But, I like all three. If we're talking lab diamond specifically, the three, the pink, the blue, and the pink, the blue,
yellow,
and the yellow, they're so nice.
Yeah.
For me, the blue is where it's at, but the pink, you can get some like really peach coloured ones, and you can get some like hot pink, baby pink,
like
hot
almost
pink
red
ones.
undertones.
Yeah, and you're like,
they're my favourite.
It's like bang in your face.
Yeah.
Like, nice.
Insane.
Yeah, that's
good.
But then you get these like nice yellow ones that look like lemons.
Yeah.
Like a lemon yellow, and you're like, I kind of want to eat it. It looks like a lemon. Kind of want to put it in your mouth and eat it, but not a great idea.
Emma says hi.
G'day.
Hi, Emma. All right, what's our next question? Oh, okay. Have you had many trilogies customized to have hidden halos and set high enough to sit flush with wedding bands?
I wouldn't say I've had a lot.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's a bad idea either.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's
nice. Like that, this Charmaine ring we're talking about is high set, so it would sit flush with wedding bands. And yeah, you could definitely add a hidden halo under there, and it would be
yeah, definitely.
stunning.
I haven't seen a lot of trilogies with hidden halos, but definitely a nice look. Like a really nice look, especially when it's solid. It's just got it's got a nice form as the way it comes up with all three stones. Have that hidden halo from when you look through down the finger.
Yeah. How about because the Charmaine has like petal prongs or like a petal halo. You know how it's like kind of like it looks almost like a heart from the side. It's kind of like
yes.
Like, ooh, where's the camera?
That way.
It's opposite. Yeah. So like if you look at the side profile of Charmaine, the halo or that hidden halo kind of goes like this.
That's right.
Could you put stones in that shape?
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's I don't remember the name, but I've seen a design where it kind of comes. Where are my hands now? Over here. Yeah. Kind of comes up like that in that love heart section.
Oh,
like Pretty sure it's doable.
Yeah, similar to a regular hidden halo.
It's just you change the shape because something. Where are my hands again? Not going to be straight. It's going to be this way to follow that love heart petal.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what? How many carats stones are the most popular these days? Or how many carats are the most popular these days? I think it's between 2 and 2.5. But for us, I think because we work with lab-grown stones, they're more affordable overall compared to mined diamonds. So our average is 2 to 2.5.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know if you'd go for a mined diamond. I presume it would be a lot lower.
Yeah, I think it's lower. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not willing to. Not willing to take a guess either.
How much?
But for us, I can only talk about what we directly see, and that's 2, 2.5. Anything from it's really from like 1.8, 1.75, like 1.8 up. Yeah. 2.5 is like our majority.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do all parts of the petals of the petal baskets touch the stone, or is it just the cores? So that petal basket that we're talking about in Charmaine, it acts like the hidden halo.
So the top of that section, the diamond or almost like the stone sits on that. So you've got the claws, and you've got it does. Actually, I'm just thinking about now setting it. Yeah, that it touches that top section. Not so much like as you get further down, you don't want it to touch there, but under that girdle on that edge, that sits on it as well. So it's really nice for form and really nice as an overall piece. It's a really great option. It's very secure too.
Yeah.
If you're Yeah, that's okay.
We're back. Yeah, because that basket also, it kind of curves up. So that's why, like, the stone, I'll try and describe, like, that love heart, which is like, if you can imagine, it's like there, the stone kind of sits into it like that. I don't know if that's a good description, but it's not like the heart isn't like straight, it's like a basket.
We'll find one. We'll find one and we'll put it on the stories and we'll
try and explain to you.
Let me make a note. There's a couple of things I got to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I'll explain it. Charming.
Yeah.
I'll put it in another video or a story or something. We'll just talk about it so we can all see. Not that Juliette's hands aren't doing a great job.
Not doing a good job. Okay, what are your favourite shapes for a Trois et Moi?
Ooh.
I really like. My favourite is the April. So it's
April.
Yeah, it's got a little oval stone, and then actually, what is the other stone? I think is it a little pear? Oh yes, yeah. April is a little oval and a pear. That's cute. One of my favourites. But I do also really love the Francesca, which is the two little pears.
I actually knew you were going to say that. I was pretty confident you were going to say that.
They're kind of like...
Yeah, they're nice. Yes.
Almost like that sitting. That's really cute too. But I like the Francesca when it's like the really small stones. I think it looks really cute.
No, you have one like ridiculously big one, and then the other one like tucks in next to it.
A massive one came through the other day.
It
was actually really nice.
Yes, we will release that at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, that's really nice. What else? What other stone shapes do you like?
You know what's actually a great contrast to each other is the... Now you got to forgive me, I don't remember the name, but it's with an emerald and a pear.
Oh, I think that's the Amor.
Yes, it is. That's actually, yes.
Yeah.
It's a nice contrast of like step cut, brilliant cut.
Yeah.
Like nice shape. I like it. It's really irregular too.
Yeah.
So like it's not too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just different. It's different. It's fun.
Yeah. Actually, one came through once that was even like took it to the next level, where the emerald was, I think it was a champagne color stone.
Yes.
And then the pear was colorless, like the two different colored stones.
Yep.
I've
seen it with green as well.
Oh yes,
a green emerald color. Very nice.
Really nice.
Even a marquee.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them. Not a lot of marquee twine wires.
No, we don't do them that often, but we do have a few designs. Got like the Yana or Jana. I don't know how people want to pronounce that name.
Depends on where you're from.
Yeah, but that has the marquee, which is also really nice.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Also, one of them, love watching you work. Yay!
Thanks, guys.
One of the biggest tips when choosing a Trois et Moi or your stones for the Trois et Moi is use the carat weight as a rough guide, but pay more attention to the dimensions of the stone. Definitely. Because most people want the length of both stones to be in line with each other, and different stones carry carat weight differently. So like a marquee up against something like a round stone or even maybe an emerald, would you say?
Yeah, emeralds. Yeah, the deep, really deep facets.
Yeah, they carry the carat weight differently. So you actually need a smaller carat weight of marquee to match the size of an emerald stone.
Yes, yeah.
So
greater surface isn't at the top.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely if you're picking one, or you're trying to pick your own, definitely recommend booking an appointment, even a virtual appointment, just so that you can get all the information you need to then make that decision, because there's nothing worse than you can see it in your head, you think you've picked it, and you get to the end and you're like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. But really, phoning to ask a few questions a lot easier than to get to the end and be disappointed. We don't want that.
Yeah. Especially if you want to do some sort of custom Trois et Moi. I mean, you'd have to speak to our team anyway if you're doing a custom ring.
Definitely.
But making sure the two stones, the setting of the two stones sit nicely up against each other is also important, because you don't want like a gap between this, or most people don't want a gap between the two stones.
You want it to sit close.
Yeah.
Make it look slight.
Yeah, even just sometimes you can angle one of the stones a little bit too, like all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes, our team can just guide you of what might look best or what you want.
Yeah, we can just work with what your idea and your vision is. We can work to make sure that gets.
Marcus is watching.
Marcus. Marcus is our favourite ever volunteer worker. Everyone, I hope Marcus knows he's very well respected around here.
So Marcus is actually my cousin, and he did work experience here with the jewellers.
Yes, Marcus. I'm just going to quickly turn the mic off, guys, for 2 seconds. I'm going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah,
we're
quick. Hammer setting. We'll explain later what this actually is, but it's a bit noisy.
How do I turn the mic off? Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Thanks, guys. So what we're doing there is just hammering down. I know my hand got in the way. I can't push the other way because just don't have the leverage. But what we're doing is we're using another tool that each person hand makes their own. Oh, I'm stuck. Sorry. So what it does, it's a little like hammer, and this hand piece, which is another like similar to the one I had in my hand before. Over here, but this one's got an air hose, so it's using compressed air, and it's like pushing like a little hammer. So anyone that like a jackhammer, anyone like a tattoo, it's like bang 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 really quick. It's like that and putting pressure. So what it does is help get all that metal over the top of the stone and nice and flat. So that's why that flat surface on the inside is really important, so that we can really flatten the stone out, the claw out on the stone, spread the metal.
Evenly as well.
Yeah, make sure it's really even, so that now when I go to shape everything, I'm confident that the claws are securely down and not going to come back up like a spring.
Okay, are there certain tips more secure / recommended? If so, why? I'm guessing, do you mean like claw tips? I'm
going to guess claw tips.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's personal preference, to be honest. Like, everyone's got their own. If you ask me personally, I like round claws. Yeah. I like working on eagle tip claws because it's very methodical. But I prefer, for me, it's just round claws. But,
and we make sure that they're secure.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't. We're confident, very confident in what we're doing. And, there's been a lot of work put into making sure that anything we put out is going to perform the way we need it to. So it's really a personal preference, to be honest. In terms of security, they're all equally as good as each other, and in somewhere where it's not, they're not refined. So let's say not here, but in another company, another business, whatever, where they're not refined, they're just as dangerous. They're just as risky as each other. Yeah. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm still waiting for someone to order a heart-shaped tip claws.
No.
Did someone do it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Stay tuned. I'll let you know.
Maybe we should just have one.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm allowed to let you know if we do have one. I'm not sure if we do, but I'll keep you posted. But heart shape, guys. Pick a heart shape.
On the claw tips.
Yes. But if people want to pick, double claws,
Oh yeah.
double eagle tips,
Yeah.
not very tedious to do, great finish.
Yeah.
And you really want to upset Ian, ask for triple eagle tips. Oh man, it looks awesome.
Yeah. it looks
Ian will
really
spend
good.
half a day just trying to carve three eagle tips on each side. That's 12 claws to a stone. Ian freaks out a little bit, gets a lot of time. Great result though. Just if anyone's asking for recommendations.
Yeah. Can you make eagle claws less harsh looking? So I'm guessing I suppose one way you can do that is rounding them off a little bit at the tips.
We can also go shorter. So if we go shorter, the claws are a round profile, as in it's round and comes into a point. If we go shorter, it's almost like a hybrid of a round, and it's just got a little eagle tip on it. That's something you just have to speak with. Speak with whoever you have your appointment with, or we can definitely work towards that, and we can have shorter claws or more round.
So it's a mix between rounded and the eagle.
Yeah, so they're there, but it's more subtle.
Yeah.
Rounded off, we can. It looks a little bit like if you have the same length, let's say, as now, but round. It doesn't have the same effect. I would say shorter.
Sometimes they can look overpowering.
Shorter. Let's go shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter, and then we can make them, they'll be more round naturally because they're not as long. They'll look a little bit more gentle. And less statementy, if that makes sense.
So that's something you can customize in your with our sales team. They can just make a note of that, what you want to do, and that's no issues at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, it's still personal preference.
Personal preference. All right. Okay, so you mentioned already what your favourite ring is.
Yep.
But is that the same as your favourite ring to set? Do you like setting the Charmaine, or do you have another favourite?
Ooh, good questions. No, my favourite ring to... Oh, it's really hard. My favourite ring to set, and I hope we get some more of them because we haven't seen many, is elongated hexagons.
Even though they're hard to set.
It's very painful experience because you don't want to chip a corner.
Yeah.
But they're a lot of fun to set because they're so hard, and you got to be you got to again think differently. You got 6 corners to think about, and they're all different profiles. So you can't cut each claw the same because you got narrower corners, you got wider corners.
Oh yeah, of course.
So your angles have to be. It's a lot more methodical. It's a lot more, thinking and
using your skills.
Yeah, and using different tools and different that's a lot of fun to set.
We just got a funny question, but continue.
But yeah.
Okay, so someone asked, "What are your biggest icks with rings?"
I don't know. I never really thought about my ick.
I think mine is.
Go first.
Okay, so mine would be seeing at some other places online. Obviously, I won't name places, but it's very clear that they have not created the setting to fit the stone, and it's a generic size setting. And then the stone ends up sitting really, really high, and there's this massive gap under the stone, and you look at the side profile of the ring, and it just looks completely not.
Yeah, I would actually.
Correct.
I have to really agree with you.
Yeah.
I didn't think. I don't know. Not knocking the question. It's a great question. The word me and ick and 2 words that I've never had to use ever.
Yeah.
But I would have to really agree when it's really gappy and floaty.
And I think that also comes from just being in the industry and knowing how risky a setting like that is as well. So not only does it not have that really beautiful aesthetic finish, but it's not if your stone will fall out, it's when is it going to fall out? Because you just know it's not going to end well with a
It's
setting like
seriously floating in space. And you're like, oh,
And there's
okay.
no support bar either, and it's just completely open. There's a massive gap under the stone. It just makes me so nervous
Yeah,
seeing
you look
those
at,
rings.
yeah, you're like, oh, I feel bad because I'm like, I know how this is going to end
Yeah.
at some point. But other icks.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Thin bands.
Oh yeah.
Ick central. Like, absolutely, like, if you want, we want it, like, you know, for me personally, it's like you only want to do this once, as in, like, let's say you only want to marry the same person once, you only get married once, you want to do this whole experience once. That's not to say you can't upgrade, remodel, do all those kind of things, but even if, let's say you don't, you have the same ring from for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, you know, if you're lucky to live that long, it's awesome. You want it to last that whole point. And I think the whole thing about jewelry, which is a big part of why it really caught me, was you want your jewelry to outlive you.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to give your jewelry, whether it's a earrings, necklace, bracelet, ring, everything, you want to be able to pass that on, because it's a family heirloom. It's something that you want to, you know, you need it to outlive you, and it tells a story, and it's all these different things. So you can look at, you know, I can look at different rings on people I know, and you pick the trends, and you know when they got married, because you're like, oh well, this was, you know, in fashion at this point, and it tells a story. And with a thin band, you don't have the longevity because it's more susceptible for bending and damage, and you don't give yourself any room to, maybe you want to get it touched up and emeryed and polished or something. It just keeps getting slightly thinner. It's only slight, but if you do that a couple of times in your lifetime, and it's already really thin to start, you know what I mean. It got really deep really quick, but that's where I feel.
And that's why with our like thin bands, even if they're a bit on they look thin from the width, we add height from the side profile. So it's, even though the thinnest will absolutely go in width is 1.6 on a plain band, that we won't go below that. But even on that band, the height of the ring will make up for the lower width.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So you're still getting that durability, even though it appears from top down like a thin band.
Yes.
Because when you add a couple mils in height to the ring, it doesn't change what it looks like from top down. So you're still getting that the appearance of a thinner band, but it's a lot more durable. Okay. Oh, what's the machine called that the ring is held in currently? Like, what is? It's like a little.
Yeah, it's a bench clamp essentially. I won't give you the brand because we're not sponsored, but it's a benchmate, and it's a clamp. So it's kind of got an arm, so I can bend this way. I can go this way.
Yeah.
I can actually I can do a 360 all the way upside down. And what it does is it means that I can. It's really good because it's fixed at the back, and then on my end I've got all the leverage points. I can 360 access the ring, which is really great. Which is a newer thing. We used to use, you might see, Ian likes to use an engraving ball. No problem with that, it's just a traditional one.
You want to show Devette Devette's here too.
Hang on guys, let's see. I don't know, it's not a great
camera.
idea, but...
Oop, move this. Okay, can you see Devette? Hold up this is Devette's ball.
Hi.
Can you show us your engraving ball? Just for...
My what?
Engraving ball?
Oh, yeah. See that?
Oh, yes.
So
that
holds the ring the same. You still get like 360 access, but it's just two different ways of working.
Yeah.
Thank you, Devette.
No worries.
Little cameo.
I think that's
okay.
Yeah, I'll leave that with you, and I'll go back to.
That's okay. That's okay. Hopefully that kind of gets us. Oh yeah, that's roughly where it was. You're a big cut off. Okay,
Sorry,
while we fix that, do two-tone rings make it weaker at the point where the band is joined?
Look, I don't know what other people do. I can't speak to what happens outside of these four walls. For us, technically, yeah, it's a weak point, but for us, we create maximum contact from setting to shank. So there's a pin. There's a lot of surface area holding that together.
Yeah.
And you solder it. We put a weld in it. Like there's a lot of time and effort that go into these two-piece castings. So really, like technically yes, but practically no. Like if done well, you shouldn't ever really have a problem. You know what I mean? So yeah, we do take a lot of time. I did show one yesterday on the stories, that two-piece. So once that's clean, get it straight, get it in the position, make sure I'm happy, put a little bit of a weld there, and then put solder through. And there's a process to keep that you can do when done really well.
Yeah. So it ends up being a very
seamless. Like
seamless,
you just
minimal difference between a whole piece and two-piece.
Yeah. You shouldn't know there was a problem.
Yeah.
Unless you're like running it over with a car and it starts bending and stuff. But, which has happened, but not advised.
All right, how do you go about resizing a ring?
So it's the opposite of setting. So instead of working at the top, you're working at the bottom. So you're working at the furthest point from the stone possible.
Basically just cut it.
You're sticking a straw straight
through it.
So yeah, we would it's very important to know how many sizes you're going up or down, and then you cut it open. Obviously if we're going down in size, we're taking metal away because you need to shrink that internal diameter. So we do that. Then you line everything back up, make sure everything is gonna get to the right size, it's gonna finish nice, Mickey Mouse, great. Weld it back together. So you can either weld, solder, you can glue it. We don't glue that. It's not a great idea, but has been done in the past.
Yeah.
So we weld ours back together. So you build the bond back up by putting the wire, and then similar to a cast, you clean the whole thing up, prepare it with a file, emery, polish. You don't even know it's happened.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Nice and easy. Someone's asking about, do you guys do an invisible bezel setting where the bezel doesn't cover the stone much at all? Now, would that actually be a secure setting, would you say?
I would, yeah, we don't really do an invisible bezel per se.
Yeah.
If you're going to bezel set, the metal is always going to have to come over the over where the walls go from straight to from the girdle to the crown. So the metal's always going to have to come up this side. We don't put more than we have to because obviously you don't want to crowd the whole thing, but you also don't want to really bring it back to where the girdle is, and a couple of knocks and thing may pop out. So it's not an advised way to do it. So I would say no, we don't necessarily do an invisible one.
Yeah.
You're then looking
Otherwise,
at claws.
if you want to do something like a hybrid, I think Hailey Bieber's new ring. Have you seen how it's like? So if you look up Hailey Bieber's new ring, you'll see that it is kind of a hybrid between a bezel and having claws. So her ring still has claws, but that bezel or under bezel, it's kind of lifted, unlike the kind of support bars or under bezels that you see.
Correct.
Today.
It's more traditional. So instead of sitting a lot lower on the stone, it actually sits right. The girdle of the stone sits square on that.
Yeah.
We'll still call it a support bar, but we'll sit square on it, and your claws just pop over the top.
Yeah.
That I would say is is one way to do it, or is this new idea that we're going to announce now? You do like partial bezel.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean, like a V claw on a marquee.
Oh,
two V claws. So but you can do that with other stones.
Yeah.
I'll say that, but then there's technical things that need to be considered for each ring. So just ask the question in your appointment if you're interested in that.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure it's secure and it's durable and it's practical.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can always do something like that as well. Always open to custom ideas.
Yeah. What ring would you consider to be the most timeless, or a timeless style?
I think personally, I'm not saying it's my favourite, but I think one that will age like there's not a problem at all, and it will always be around. Is your 4-claw round. 4-claw round solitaire. It's elegant. Like the brilliant cut on a round is phenomenal. You're always going to get the sparkle. It's easy to maintain. It's really timeless. Like it's really hard to pinpoint when a round ring with 4-claw was made. Like you can't go. I can look at my parents' ring, but that was in the 90s. Like I know the style.
The marquee.
Yes, it is.
Same with my mum.
It's a marquee. Yep. You got married in the 90s?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can pick it. In a round, you can't. It's like, and not to say that, the marquee from the 90s there's anything wrong with that. Like, you
or
can pick
outdated.
it. Yeah, it's not outdated or anything. The round is it's elegant and it will always be there. You're always going to do a round, it's always going to be a solitaire, and it can always be 4 claws. 4 or 6 doesn't matter. But yeah, so that for me is a timeless ring.
Yeah.
Definitely. Any variation of that around solitaire.
Round solitaire.
What do you reckon?
Most timeless style. I feel like just in general, any sort of solitaire is, really timeless. But again, with saying that, I'm not really a big believer in choosing something that's timeless or...
No, I agree.
Yeah, just because I just feel like it's such a personal thing, and I think should reflect your personality, and just don't pay attention to trends and all that kind of stuff.
It's between you and your partner.
Even if you really love a style that's on trend at the moment, if you love it and that reflects your personal style and taste perfectly, I don't think you should worry too much about it being timeless or if it's on trend or not, all that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, it's going to be on your finger and
it's yours.
Have fun.
Yeah, that's right. Pick something that you want, that you want to wear. It doesn't matter about trend, doesn't matter about timeless, nothing. Yeah. Even if other people think it's it's a bit dorky, it's okay, it is.
Yeah.
But I love it. That's mine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of attitude you want to have.
Yeah. All right. For moissanite, is round, radiant, or crushed ice cut more like a lab diamond? So crushed ice is a type or a way to cut a moissanite. So with a round moissanite, they're extremely similar to lab diamonds. If you want it to look the most similar to a lab diamond, go for a round brilliant cut moissanite, because they almost look identical. It's very hard very hard to tell the difference. But with something like a radiant cut or a few of the other cuts, like an oval, pear, you can go the crushed ice version of those shapes, and they will look quite similar to a lab diamond or a diamond, or the most similar.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd agree. Not that anybody needed to know that. I agree.
Okay. What else? What are both of our favourite shapes and why? My favourite shape. I really do like ovals.
Yeah.
But I also like marquees.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to get in here. So you're an elongated kind of gown.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it looks best on my finger. It's the elongated shapes elongate the finger, and I really like that for myself. So.
Yes, you have nice model-esque jewellery hands.
Jewellery hands.
These salamis are not for jewellery modelling.
Yeah.
I would say my personal favourites. It's a radiant.
Yeah.
But any different shape as well. So elongated hexagon, kites, trapezoid, anything weird, great.
Yeah. We had this really stunning radiant cut shape come through, and it had crisscross facets.
Scissor cut. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's a scissor cut. So it's just a different way you can cut the facets on a regular shaped diamond. So a radiant cut, or what else can you do? What other shapes? I think you can do it with elongated cushions.
Elongated cushions. You can actually do, I'm pretty sure, careful to quote me on this, pretty sure it's an emerald as well. Because I think it's those bigger elongated shapes you can, and they'll do it.
Yeah. So it's the same silhouette shape. It's just the actual facets, when you look into the stone, look a bit different, and they kind of look like a little bit crisscrossed.
Yeah.
That was stunning. It was so pretty.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I would back that in terms of the fun shapes. They're always...
Yeah. You want to see something different. Someone that's I don't care what everyone else is doing. I want to be different. I'm already gonna like whatever that ring is. I don't care what shape it is.
Yeah.
It's the attitude that's fun.
Ooh, said hello from Costa Rica. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
I'm hoping it's a lot warmer in Costa Rica than it is here.
It's so cold in Melbourne at the moment. Like I think yesterday was literally like our coldest day on like record or something.
Yeah.
In June.
Yeah, there was like almost 0 degrees. Now I know in some parts of the world I'm gonna get told off. It's like, oh, it's not even that cold. I understand, but it's cold for Melbourne.
Yeah, I literally think about that. Like we're complaining about what was it, -1? I think it was.
Yeah, it was like -1.
Imagine living in places where it's like -10 or -20.
I know firsthand some stories of in Ireland that it's the high of the day is 2 degrees, 1 degree, 0 and rain.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's
that's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Like,
we have no right to complain.
I apologise for complaining.
Do you have Toi and Moi designs in your showrooms? I know we have it here in Melbourne. I can't remember off the top of my head if we've got. I think we've got some in our other showrooms, but depending. If you want to see something specific, regardless of whatever design it is, you can just send a message and they'll be able to tell you if it's currently in the showroom or not. Otherwise, if not, we do have ways to show you or help you kind of try on without having that ring if it's not available in the showroom. Like we've got these little kind of clear cases where you can put the 2 stones next to each other and you just kind of sit it on top of your hand on top of a ring, and it can kind of gives the illusion of what the ring would look like. Even if we don't have the exact ring you want to try on, we have ways around that. But yeah, you can just send our sales team a message, whether it's on email or Instagram DM, and they'll be able to tell you if we have that ring in the showroom.
Oh, I wish we had every ring.
Yeah, I've got every ring.
Wow.
So I can take photos and put it on social media for you guys.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're on the finishing.
Yeah, we're nearing the end.
Near the finish line. We are polishing the claws at the moment.
Yeah, they're just finishing up the shape.
And are these silicone wheels?
Yeah, they're like I think they're silicone something.
Silicone.
No, there's like a silicone something or other. There's like a abrasive in it as well. So like they're different grits. So like that green one that I had first was a lot more coarse. And then you just work obviously in stages. So coarse to fine. And they're different shapes. Like this one is like a little bit of a knife edge, and then you use this like little diamond disc that if you put it near an actual diamond, it will cut your diamond. So because diamonds will cut diamonds. So you use it to just shape your little disc, and then use it just to polish these facets in here. These nice eagle tip claws. So that this is like, it's a form of pre-polishing. So we're cleaning up any marks that we put in previous, helping shape it, getting the polish ready, all of those kind of things, just working with as many options as possible so that when we actually get to the final polish, it should be really effortless. Like it shouldn't take much at all to get us all the way to the end because we've done all the prep work. It's like training before you run a marathon.
Yeah.
It's like preparing.
Prepping.
Yeah, prepping is the word I'm looking for.
Jenna said she's picking up her ring in 2 weeks.
Whoa,
exciting.
Congratulations. Yay. That's a lot of fun.
How fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I know you can't see it now, but me looking this way, I'm looking at the showroom, and it's a great joy watching people pick up their rings.
Yeah.
And you can watch the showroom team open the box and the faces that you get from customers, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a big, very rewarding part of the job.
Yeah. People picking up their rings. Is there a type of ring you wouldn't recommend someone to get? I would say, circling back to kind of what I was saying before, some type of ring that doesn't have that support bar. I mean, there's exceptions to that, but...
Yeah, I think all the designs we're offering, I am confident that I'm confident that
Yeah.
they will support you as much as possible. With the little asterisk note that you need to take care of your ring as well. And if you're going to opt for no support bar under a gallery rail or something like that, that's cool. We have a few options of those, and that's what I was saying before. We're very conscious of how we get it to hold.
Yeah.
But as the person who's going to wear it, it's going to be really mindful of what you're doing with that ring on. So if you're going to go to the gym, you're going to go do some gardening, all these extra things, it's best to take it off. And that advice is my personal advice for anybody with any piece of jewellery. Just if you're going to do something that physical or strenuous or anything like that, just take it off.
Yeah.
Like it's better to take it off and be without it for a little bit than damage it or break it. Or I've seen diamonds chip because someone hasn't taken it off and they've worn it to the gym in the garden and they've knocked it on a weight at the gym and they've just hit it in a sweet spot and once it's chipped, there's not a lot we can do to fix that problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we don't there's nothing worse. Like, it's a really bad feeling when you go. I look at it and I'm like,
we can't do anything.
Yeah. So just being really mindful of how you're wearing it as well is important. But I'd steer away from really floaty designs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So all of ours, that's why even though it's a high, like I was saying before, it's a high set, we set it low in the high setting.
Yeah.
Because support and structure are important. Got a few comments up there as well. Hello from Atlanta.
Oh,
hello.
Hi. Oh, they're from YouTube.
Yes.
We're also live on YouTube at the moment. Hi.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's don't want to exclude anything. Everybody's welcome on the feed.
Everyone's welcome.
Alright. So you can start to see that I've made a mess and there's this little dust everywhere and it's bright pink. Oh, if you can find a stone like this pink, awesome. I'll set it straight away. But it's hard to see. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see in the reflection we're starting to really get a polish. Like, this is just a pre-polishing little tool, another little silicone tool, but like it's almost like finished polished already, just with this. Alright.
Just had my appointment. Woohoo!
Whoa.
Were you in the Melbourne show? Could you see us?
I think I saw you looking at us. So shout out.
Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you had fun.
Yeah. What do you mean enjoy it? It's always fun.
Always fun. What is the least popular shape at Cullen? I would say probably the one we do the least of that we offer is probably the Love Heart diamond shape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But in saying that, we have done the one that we've done was like
insanely good.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was like a 4 carat something.
Yeah. Someone ordered this like 4 carat Love Heart lab diamond.
Yeah, mega cool. Like
so nice.
To say I've only done one in the whole time I've been here.
Yeah.
It was the coolest one.
Yes. But yeah, it's not that popular.
No, that one's not popular at all, actually. I won't be upset if people want to order that either.
Yeah.
Like I said, interesting shape.
Like a little pink heart.
Ooh.
That would be cool. Or a blue one. Imagine that blue colour.
Guys, if you want to do a twine wire with hearts, I don't even know if we're going to offer that, but I'll fight your case to get it on
Make
board.
it work.
I'll fight your case. We may just do it as a project, just so that we can actualize the idea.
Oh, Matt said, yes, I was at Melbourne. I saw you working away. Had the best time. Cara is awesome.
Bang. Shout out to our
Matt.
team.
Hi, Matt.
And to Matt. Thank you. Bang.
Do you work on multiple rings at the same time?
Yeah, I can't show our boxes for privacy reasons, but like Devet's bench at the moment, I'm looking over and he's got about 6 or 7 jobs. So, we'll do what we've done here with this one. Like, I'll get it out, set it, get it ready, prep it. Once I'm finished here, like when we finish this video, it's done. I'll put it to the side, do the next one, and I'll get 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 together. And then I'll take them, do the final polish, touch them up, final polish, send them to finish. But in terms of setting, it's one at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm very focused on each individual job deserves its own time to, spent on it. So we don't want to rush any of that either.
Yeah. That's my favourite thing. When I come in and visit the jewellers here, I always like to look at what's on their bench because I know what's coming then. And I can take photos of.
Yeah, jobs sometimes go missing and you're like, Juliette's been.
I've got them. Because if they look amazing on this bench, they're going to look even more amazing once they've had that fun polish and clean. So it makes me very excited. And there's actually a queue on the bench at the moment, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, that we unfortunately can't show.
They're custom, Yeah,
we'll have to wait for those ones.
Yeah. Because I always wait like a month or two before posting any custom designs on the Instagram because obviously I don't want to ruin any surprises just in case both partners have been involved in the design process and then they've left it up to the other partner to like actually go through with it. So,
hang on, I'm just reading a ring here. I'm reading a comment. Juliette.
Hi, I'm in the early stages of looking for an engagement ring. I found a setting I really like on your website. Do you allow customers to purchase a setting without a stone? I don't believe so.
No.
No.
I don't think that's the case, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think we're a whole process.
Yeah, whole process.
If you have any ideas, definitely get in touch or something we can try and work with, get in touch. But yeah, off the top of my head, I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's the entire ring.
Yeah.
Are we done?
We're done.
We have one last question. What do you listen to while you're working?
Well, I listen to a range of, it's usually a lot of podcasts, so Devette and I will swap podcasts amongst each other and just a variety of stuff just to try and keep things moving. A lot of sometimes I actually listen to, there's a jeweller's podcast.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes I actually listen to that just to see what's going on. But I also like audiobooks too.
Oh yeah.
So I won't divulge my secrets because I don't want to be judged for my choices of books. But yeah, it's a bit of that. Sometimes a bit of music. It's just hard. Sometimes you're listening to something but you're not really paying attention. You're just listening for some background noise as well. Yeah, a bit of a mix. Something educational.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're all done here.
Done.
Now, the diamond is dirty. It's got polishing compound all over it. Let me see if I can try and get what I can off of it. But if I don't think it's going to do us a lot of justice because it's underneath it. What we'll do is I will post it. I'll just finish the polish now when I take it out, and I'll get Juliette to quickly post it on the stories so that you guys can see what we've just worked on.
Yeah.
But other than that, thanks guys.
That's it. Thanks
Juliette.
so much for joining us today. I hope you like this kind of style of video that every couple of weeks we'll do the live like this because we have a lot of fun. We love answering your questions.
Yes, it's lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's great, guys. So if you got any more questions, send them through. Yeah. And we can. I'm just going to throw Juliette another task. But if you guys got questions for the next live we're going to do together, just shoot them through as a DM. And
or even because I'll post this on the feed as well. You can in the comment section as well.
That too.
We can also answer there.
Happy days. Time for lunch.
Time for lunch. All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Juliette.
Bye. Okay. Let me.